But Lauren, tell us what makes him so special. Is that you playing?
Yeah. I was going to pretend like it was. I was trying. I did bring my clarinet. I used to play, but I was actually quite terrible. I was quite terrible.
Well, put it down.
In the spirit of the Summit County Metro Parks Band, they are one of the only known park bands in the country. But the most unique isn't just the band itself, it's the members that come to play every week.
You know, as you can imagine, it's been an emotional roller coaster the past couple days for the family, and today is no exception. I spoke with Godwin's granddaughter who told me while there's peace, there's also a void, and that void is justice.
First one, we're going to go 1, 2.
Oh, Lord. Now I see he just done it already.
1, 2.
1, 2.
Turn 3, 4.
3, 4.
Bring it down 5, 6. All right,
5, 6.
There we go. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both hands. 7, 8. 1, 2.
Most of the human trafficking agencies that I even reach out to didn't even know about this. It's called Alice Day, and today is the day. It's when sex offenders and pedophiles share their stories and photos and even tips about what to do and how to get their next victim with each other. And that's not all. Take a look at this. This is called Pedo Bear. It's their symbol that they use to identify each other. And while it looks sweet and innocent, Dr. Jesse Bach tells me it's really not.
I got here early today at the Lake County Fair to see just exactly what it takes to put these things in motion and how many hoops owners have to go through to make sure they're safe. She shoots, she scores. That's amazing. Well, my game normally isn't that good.
Bridging the racial divide, one word, one friendship, one brushstroke at a time. A local group is now taking its thoughts and creativity to the streets.
Here's Vi's Lauren Wilson went along to show how the group is trying to promote peace.
It takes both sides to build a bridge, and that's just representative of our group.
In this group, there are no sides.
We have our two hands like this.
I gained a sense of understanding.
Just faces and stories.
We intentionally brought together a group of people that are from all different backgrounds.
Like Brianna Canada.
I thought it was really cool that it was other like-minded individuals like me, you know, who care about the issues and want to see a change.
And Eric Rodriguez.
And sharing, you know, something intimate. You know, creating is something intimate.
Different life experiences brought together through the Project Neighborhood Connections. Both Brianna and Eric admit initially it was nerve-wracking to facilitate conversations about race.
Just like me.
But are now embracing the growth from it.
It's part of that healing and that communication, that exchange that happens that really allows for the conversations around structural racism not to be so painful.
But that's only the beginning. Now they're putting their ideas on display. Using the bridge on Cedar Avenue as a canvas.
Get our creative juices flowing.
That bridge represents the division. We need to come from both sides to cross that bridge and meet in the middle.
The one word they use to describe the personal impact.
Breakthrough.
I would say empowering.
It's invigorating.
Which brings us back to this bridge and a strand of DNA, the one thing that makes us all human. And it's the message that's painted on this bridge here on Cedar Avenue. The group hoping that message leaks through the rest of the city. In Cleveland, Lauren Wilson, News 5.
Morning, time now 5:44. Welcome back. Well, the E-Team is working to tell you stories you won't see on any other station. We've uncovered pedophiles and child abusers are getting more creative.
Yeah, they're finding new ways to communicate and to attract their next victim. The E-Team's community reporter Lauren Wilson spoke exclusively with a man who's tracking down these criminals.
Yes, guys, it's very underground. Let me tell you, most of the human trafficking agencies that I even reach out to didn't even know about this. It's called Alice Day, and today is the day. It's when sex offenders and pedophiles share their stories and photos and even tips about what to do and how to get their next victim with each other. And that's not all. Take a look at this. This is called Pedo Bear. It's their symbol that they use to identify each other. And while it looks sweet and innocent, Dr. Jesse Bach tells me it's really not.
When you saw Pedo Bear, you knew that the person who posted that or had a sticker was secretly into pedophilic tendencies. Now it's become a meme. It's taken, you know, a viral sensation.
That trend is what Dr. Bach tells me is most disturbing. He and his team conduct research. They also help victims track and find their abusers. He tells me while Alice Day does exist and is alarming, these pedophiles are on the prowl every day. Adding, there are websites on what's called the darknet, too graphic to show on TV, and our area is a hotspot for these transactions.
We have a very large discrepancy in wealth. We have a wealth gap. Very affluent people abutting people in poverty. You have the highway system and you have a large transient amounts of population. So everything is ripe for exploitation.
Very serious stuff, but he says parents should be talking to their kids, making sure they know what giving consent really means and telling them if you see something wrong and if it feels wrong, be sure to tell someone. For the E-Team, I'm Lauren Wilson.
Right now, one man's trash is another man's treasure. We probably all learned that in grade school.
Yeah, but in Cleveland's Slavic Village, they're really taking it to heart. And the E-Team's community reporter Lauren Wilson is here to show us exactly how. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, guys. Yes, if you take a look at this video here, you're going to see a bunch of abandoned homes. Well, you see me, but you should see a bunch of abandoned homes. And you would probably normally just drive by these homes normally. But that could all change this weekend thanks to a special creative event.
It's like a funeral.
It is really emotional for, you know, the community members and for the artists.
But artists like Dana Depew are saying goodbye in style.
It's our opportunity as well as an obligation to, in essence, give these spaces a proper eulogy. They're kind of cast off and vacant, and they were thriving at one time.
Depew is one of 100 artists who have been working in, on, and around these 5 abandoned homes, getting ready for this special farewell art exhibit.
It gives them a chance to do ideas or projects that they technically or necessarily would never have been able to do.
Like this 2-story drop of hanging toilet paper rolls that's gone through the roof. Or this massive cloud coming from this guy. How about this ladder here forcing its way outside the house? The goal? To show just how many people this small section of Cleveland and the entire city had lost, and maybe reverse that flow a little.
And it also gives people, you know, some hope and some interest in, you know, how we can reimagine what to do with these vacant, abandoned properties in the city.
Really, really cool, super creative. Now the 5 homes used in the exhibit will be demolished within the next 6 to 7 months. Kind of sad, but if you want to give them the proper goodbye, you can check out the artist's work all weekend from noon to 5.
Before you sit here watching them do this, they're spending the day doing this.
I mean, sometimes it's on the court or sometimes it's just, you know, on a piece of concrete or outside.
The Q Squad, Cavalier Girls, and Screen Team all start rehearsals hours before game time, prepping, stretching, and running through their routines over and over again to give their fans their best.
And whether the team is on the road or whether they are here, we are defending the land. So they can be clear across the country and they will feel us.
When the team is home, the stakes are even higher.
There is a big difference because for home games, we also have Fan Fest outside. And so we do a performance just like we would if we were inside.
And it's all run by her. Emily Smith oversees more than 200 Cavs dancers and entertainers.
I have the best job in the world. All of these young people are living their dreams, and it's because of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
How do you join? Well, there's one requirement that tops all the rest.
The most important prerequisite for being one of our entertainers, you have to be a fan. You know, you have to live wine and gold.
So she let me put my skills and enthusiasm to the test.
To get in.
Pray for me. There was the dunk. Here it comes. Here it comes. The toss.
And throw. And move.
And of course, the dance. Don't laugh at me now, okay?
5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. One more time. Here you go.
Now that's what I call ready for showtime. Lauren Wilson, News 5.